Hey everyone, Aussie Viking here. I'd like to do some more talking on Doom because not only have we had snap map streams and campaign streams and so on, and we've had the multiplayer beta, but it's out soon. It's out in about, well, as I make this video, it's the 29th and it comes out the 13th, so about 14, 15 days. And I just wanted to come up and talk about snap map, multiplayer, and the campaign. Campaign first. So, I never expected the campaign to be like what the campaign is being. When I first saw the stream, I was like, campaign, let's see how it is. Let's see what they did. Are we gonna have open arenas, so on and forth? And I was pleasantly surprised when they did in the stream, when they got up and opened the door and killed a few things. Like, all right, looks pretty big. All right, cool. And then he goes into a room and he activates the power. It's like, okay, that looks great outside. Mars looks great and all that. And then he goes and downloads a map. I was like, okay, a map. Hang on. And then he opened it up, and the level was big, and it had multiple layers, and it just looked like an old school Doom map. My eye was just like, oh, here we go. And then he goes back a bit, double jumps up, or one jump when you start off, you have one jump. And he goes and he finds a secret, and I was like, oh, hello, baby, this is interesting. And they're like, oh yeah, we got plenty of secrets. And some of them were fairly easy, go up, jump, double jump up, or jump up and stuff. But some of them were really interesting, such as pull this button, thing drops down, jump on that, jump on the thing on top of it, keep jumping, here you go, jump over, here's a few weapons, armor, guns. And during the same mission, I absolutely love this. This is very old school. There was a way to get, it was told that you can get weapons that you would usually get later in the game in other levels, in like the earlier levels. So he got the plasma gun by getting a key card, which are back, which is awesome. So you get a key card, and when you get the key card, you can either go for the door you should go through, or you can go back and look around and find areas where you can use this key card to get into. So before he goes into the main room, he goes into a different room, and he activates it, and then he comes out and goes to another area which is unlocked, has this like hatch unlocked, opens the hatch, goes in, and he finds a upgrade, which is awesome. I think the upgrades are fine, but then he finds a plasma gun just hidden away in a weapons cabinet, and he just takes it out, and it's just like, wow, you can find old guns, and that's extremely old school. Back in the day when you played original Doom, it's like start a shotgun and pistol, but if you go through secrets, you can get a double barrel shotgun, or you can get a rocket launcher and stuff. And I absolutely love that. It's old school, man. That is awesome. The Doom single player has literally shot up to one of my most anticipated things about the game. There's secrets, there's collectibles, there's even secrets that aren't on the map, there's open levels, there's tiered, and it's so old school and fun that I cannot wait to play it. Some people complain that it's slow and it's not like the original Doom, and when you attack them, they start to glow. First of all, at first I was exactly like you. I said, oh, really? You're going to have that crap? But in the stream, they're just like, oh, by the way, start options, you can turn that off. You can turn bullet numbers, so when you shoot them, numbers come, you can turn that off. You can turn off so when you shoot them down, you can kill them, the glow goes away. You can turn all that off. You can turn off when you've got a map that you get like hints about where to go. You can turn that off. You can turn off hints about the world if you wanted to. You can turn that off. You can turn off many things, if not most of the problems that most people have with the game, you can turn off, which is great. Give them the option to show you their vision and say, well, if you don't like our vision, here, you can have the options to turn off, and that is an amazing thing that I think all developers should do. Now, another thing is the world. So the world tells a story, and there is a main story in the game, but it's not the main factor. I mean, you probably get a cutscene at the start and a cutscene at the end, like via the first person view, and that's probably it. Everything else in the world is like Dark Souls. You find it yourself if you want to, and it's got all this lore. It's got a biography thing, where you kill demons, they come up, and they've got like the lore of what happens in it, and I love that. Like, for those that want to look for it, it's there for you, and that is amazing. Another great thing that I'm so happy about that id Software is doing. Take note, Halo 343 Industries. Take note. This is how you do it. To expand the open universe of your world, you should give us an in-game biography, or encyclopedia. An in-game encyclopedia. That is how you do it. and it's amazing, and I'm so happy about that. So single player for me looks absolutely amazing. They got open levels, they got a whole lot of secrets, they got a shitload of guns. It just looks fun. It does seem that you should play it on high difficulty, either hardest or the second to hardest. The full big hard one apparently is like one shot, like death. So when you die, you start back at the start, and each time you finish a level, you start at the start of the level. So fair enough, you know, that's fine. I don't know if I'll play that ever. If there's an achievement, maybe, but whatever. So campaign looks amazing. Another thing is you can actually unlock the original Doom levels in the game, and you'll play through like a section of the map, maybe sometimes 3-4 sections, or maybe just one section. But you can unlock that map to play later, like in Wolfenstein. Absolutely happy about that too. So yeah, campaign looks absolutely amazing. Multiplayer. Now, I'll do the main multiplayer from the beta and such that everybody seems to be bitching about. First of all, Doom has never been known for its multiplayer gameplay. It's never known for its gameplay in multiplayer. It's never been known for its Quakeness multiplayer. Hell, I don't even think it ever had multiplayer, to be honest. Only Doom 3, from what I understand. But yeah, Doom never had the great multiplayer. It had a great, fantastic single player. Quake had the good multiplayer. But here's the thing, Doom's not Quake, which is fine. You know, the multiplayer, the first thing about a video game should be, and this is number one, first thing it should be, is fun. When I played the beta, I had fun. I played the first beta for like 10 plus hours, and the second beta for 15 plus hours. I had a lot of fun, and I'm not lying. So that's the first thing you gotta remember in the beta. Second of all, big thing here, slightly, it's a beta. Okay? A beta. This isn't the whole thing. This isn't all the maps. This isn't all the weapons, all the customization. This isn't everything you can unlock and use. And it's a beta. And again, the options probably to turn off the glowing enemies and such is probably going to be in there in the beta. Yes, I can understand being annoyed that there's a 2-weapon limit. I too think that's kind of bullshit, but when I move on to SnapMap, that's where it can go change and all that. And when people are saying it's not fast enough, it's fast, but it's faster when you get the power-ups, which is fair enough. But another thing is, it's not supposed to be an old school online multiplayer. It's supposed to be a mix between old school Doom, old school Quake, and a mix, and like modern day stuff too, and it's supposed to mix it together. Similar to how the gameplay of Doom from the single player is a mix of old school in level design and shooting and such, but also a combination of new school, you know, upgrades and runes you can have that give you more powers and such. That stuff is new school, but it's bringing the old and new together and smashing it up and making something really effing awesome. So I don't really see why people are complaining about the Doom beta, because it was fun. First of all, it was fun. Second of all, it wasn't a Twitch shooter exactly. You did need some skill, and I do think that, because when I played it, there were some times where I was just like, oh, I'm doing terrible. But when I got my skill gap up, or my skill up, I was kicking ass. But yeah, like the Doom beta was fine. And again, remember, it's not the full game. There'll be a difference. Maybe not a huge difference, mind you, but there might be. There might, you know, for all we know, there might be a classic mode, multiplayer mode, where you have like 30 weapons or no loadouts, 30 weapons, you know, and all that. Or maybe it'll get patched in. Who knows? We don't know what's coming up later. But again, for now, it's fun. At the bare bones of the multiplayer, it's fun. Now, SnapMap, this is where some of the stuff from multiplayer comes in, is it looks awesome, you know, be able to create not only different styles of games, such as there was where you could play basketball, where people were saying they could play basketball and do a thing where they turn into a demon. Not only that, but you can create old school levels. If you wanted to, you can create old school level design in this, and it's awesome. It's light modding, but it's on everything. Now, PC players are complaining because they can't put their own textures in, or they can't make their own models up and such, which is fair enough. I understand that, but I also understand that the reason they did that is because consoles get this as well. You make something on PC, upload it, you can play it on consoles, both PS4 and Xbox One. I think that's great because, first of all, consoles aren't exactly easy at making maps up. We're good at playing and all that, but they're not good at making maps and such like that. Which is why most of the good maps will probably be made on PC, but still, it looks fun. And you know what? If you wanted to create a 4-player deathmatch, which I know people can play in 4-player, you can only do 4 players, but fair enough. I probably think that's because of the whole CPU and GPU usage of creating the levels that you're creating, sort of thing, because you can't optimize it or some shit like that. So fair enough. But you can create a 4-player co-op match, death match, where you have speed at 200%, and you can create the map how you want it to in multiplayer. You could do a campaign level. You could do so much more, and it just looks so fun. Snap Map, I feel like single player will be there, and it'll be amazing. You'll play through it. You'll have multiple playthroughs because of the secrets and stuff. Awesome. Multiplayer will be fun because it's just going to be like gore fest, frag fest, yada yada yada. I think I said single player when I first meant single player, and then multiplayer. Yeah, so single player, multiplayer, and then we get the Snap Map, which will be the longevity of this game until they hopefully create a Doom 2 or another Quake. I would be fine with either a Doom 2, another Quake, or a Rage 2. I'm hoping for another Doom 2 because I could imagine that once they create a sequel to this game, they could basically, expand upon a whole lot of it. Unless they do like big expansion packs from the season pass, which so far it's multiplayer only. Kind of annoyed about that, but if we can use like the new weapons and such within Snap Map, I'm actually okay with that, but that's just me. And yeah, so overall, I am extremely excited for Doom. It's basically taking the old school and mixing it with the new school. I get it that people are annoyed, but really, if you were to compare this Doom, this remade Doom, I think it's a reboot or remake, to other modern day FPSs, this Doom already is kicking most of their asses. The only games I can think of that can go toe to toe with the new Doom would be Shadow Warrior 2, the original Shadow Warrior, like Halo 5, and so many any others. I guess Painkiller and all that. We're getting so many old school games that are coming back, and I really hope this is the next leap. I hope Doom can help jumpstart. Doom and Shadow Warrior 2 can help jumpstart old school, new school, mash it together, figure it out, and then hopefully within a few years' time we'll get old school games with secrets and multiple storied levels that are open, and you need key cards and such like that. But with a lot of like designs such as upgrades and runes and so forth and so forth. I am hoping that happens next few years, and it could be. This Doom could be revolutionize that. Not maybe revolutionize the whole FPS genre, but it could help bring back the old school with new school. Again, those are my thoughts. What about yours? But yeah, totally excited for the new Doom. Got the collector's edition, getting the giant statue. Wish it was a Cyber Demon, but fair enough. But yeah, I cannot wait for this game. Yeah. Anyway, I'll leave Viking out. Rock on, and I'll see you all in Valhalla. Bye.
Enemy Revenant spawned. Demon possession ended. Score limit reached. Convincing victory.